What's up, everyone? Today I'm out here at this beautiful nature spot, enjoying the enjoying the weather. Doing my thing, chilling with the ducks, the bees, the trees, and the leaves. You know how it be. Eating some organic barbecue chips. You know how we do. But today, here to talk about something serious. Well, not really serious. It's just some advice to let everybody know what I've been doing, and that's staying off the media till you're disciplined enough to use it. A lot of people use the media as entertainment, and they get lost in the sauce, and people flexing like Rick Ross that they get so far deep into it that they forget they have a real life. They forget they have a whole world around them. People get so lost in everything that they forget about themselves. Who they really are. And I noticed that with social media. I was always looking at social media, looking at people's highlights, which is not even 5% of their life, and comparing it to my life. I'm like, yo, and it wasn't even like a conscious thing. It's always subconscious. Every time I hop on the media or something, there's like an impulse, a trigger in my head that's like a comparison type. And I noticed that, it always has you comparing impulsively. It's weird, It has you feeling that your life isn't, fulfilled enough. And I noticed that. And I was like, yo, why? Why am I looking at people's lives and feeling such shame about mine? I'm putting in more work in the first place, so I really shouldn't. And I noticed that, and that's reason why I'm off the media, is so I could discipline myself to not care about other people, status, and not care about other people's lives. Like, not in like a sense of like, oh, fuck your life, but like, in the sense of, thinking that their life is better than mine. That's one of the main reasons why I got off the media, is because I noticed that I had to discipline myself and stop being insecure about my life. Realize that, yo, I'm in nature every day. I'm doing what I love every day. I'm making a living off of what I love. I'm building up a whole empire for myself, and I got to focus on those things, focus on what's going on bigger in my life, and not focused on what I don't have. The social media has people focusing on what they don't have. Has people scrolling all day, looking at stuff that they wish they had, and you got to discipline yourself. You got to discipline yourself to not do that. You got to discipline yourself to understand that social media is only there for social purposes. You need to contact somebody, you contact them, and that's it. You need to post something, you post something, and that's it. That's what I've learned. Don't get on the media if you're trying to, self-grow. Don't look at the media if you're trying to be a better version of yourself. If you're trying to do all that, learn how to discipline yourself. Learn how to get off the media, and if you are going to get on the media, learn how to like plan what you're going to do on it. Learn how to get attached to producing instead of consuming. Every day people are just consuming content and consuming, negative shit on the media. Like, everything on the media is fake. Nothing on the media is true. Everything is manipulation, and it is owned by 6 corporations, literally. So nothing on the media is actually an organic thing. It's not organic. None of it is organic. So you shouldn't even compare yourself on there in the first place. So understand that everything on the media isn't really true. Like, it's not even half true. A lot of these artists not even living a life of popping chains like that. They not doing, a lot of these artists are not doing it big like 50 Cent. A lot of these artists ain't doing it big like, DJ Khaled, Tyler the Creator. They're not really doing it big like that. Jaden Smith, they're not doing it big like that. A lot of these mainstream artists, they're not even relevant in 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 their actual life, in their real life, and it's sad. Sorry to do that on camera, but you know, I had some in my tooth. It's just chips, you know. It's just chip. I ain't insecure about my life, you know. Shit. I was raised in country town. You know what I'm saying? So we do things different. But anyways, yeah, you know, a lot of these artists ain't even doing it big like that. And I noticed that for myself. I was like, yo, how are these young artists coming up in like 2 years? They younger than me at the time. At the time, you know, I was like, you know, 18, and there's artists coming up at like 16. I'm like, bro, I started this when I was 16. I know damn sure I was putting in more work, because I was engineering my own stuff, I was producing my own stuff, and I was writing my own music, and I was publishing my own music, and I was, you know, going out there copywriting my own stuff. I was doing this shit 100% on my own, and I still am. So I was like, yo, all these artists, all these kids that are quote unquote coming up in 2 years of music, that's not true. You know, don't compare your life to people like that, because like, it's just, you know, it's useless. You know?
Yes, what? He's waiting. We're waiting for that?
You know? But man, people, bro, that's another thing, man. It gets you distracted. Social media gets you distracted in the drama and all that. And I'm not trying to, I don't judge people, but it's kind of like I look at the world and it's like, man, does that really matter? You know? But anyways, yeah, don't compare your life to any of these artists. You know, focus on yourself. But yeah, that's another thing, the drama part. The drama part of it all, like, that's the major distraction. That's what gets people hooked. Like, why are you addicted to this drama? You know, learn how to disconnect from drama. Learn that you are a grown person. You don't have to focus on drama all day. You know, like, you know, don't worry about what the next person's doing and all that stuff. You know, like I said, discipline yourself. If you're gonna use social media, discipline yourself. Like, you know, it's a toxic place to be. If you're just, you know, scrolling all day. If you're just, you know, not knowing what to do with your life. If you're not knowing how to act about your life. If you're not knowing how to feel about your life. You know, because that's what the media feeds off of. It feeds off of you not knowing who you are. It feeds off of you not understanding who you are. It feeds off of you looking for the next dopamine hit. Learn how to be your own dopamine hit. Learn how to sit there and be like, hey, you know, I don't need social media to entertain me. I can use that as a tool. I can use it as a tool to, you know, something on my lip. I can use it as a tool to, you know, let people know what I'm doing, let people know about my brand, let people know about self-growth, let people know about bettering themselves and understanding who they are. You know, I can use it for that, but I can't, you know, use it for just being there all day, you know? Like, seriously, don't use social media until you could, you know, really sit there and be like, I'm gonna use social media for these purposes. Otherwise, if you're just using social media to scroll on stuff and you're in the category of trying to better yourself, dude, delete it. Delete it, bro. You're messing up. You're feeding your mind a whole lot of stuff, especially on the Explore page. You know, they have, yes, quote unquote, self-growth stuff, but if you're still scrolling on the phone and you're addicted to the scrolling, just looking at videos all day, that's what you're going to be doing. If that's the first thing you do in the morning, that's what you're going to be doing throughout the rest of the day. You already set the program for the rest of your day to scroll if you're doing that. So learn how to pick up new habits. Learn how to be like, okay, if I'm going to be on this self-growth path, if I'm going to be on this self-discipline path, I got to realize that it's not easy. I got to realize that I'm the entertainment of my life, and the only person that could really entertain me is me in this real life world where I can physically touch people and physically, you know, connect with things and physically experience things. You know, I could jump in this water right now. I could literally do that. I am capable of doing that because this water is right here in front of me. I could go all the way to that fountain and swim back. In real time, real life, get wet and drenched. That's real life. you know, if you're looking at pictures of like Malibu and places online and stuff like you can't hop through the screen. I mean, not yet. I mean, until we get that state of consciousness, but eventually I feel like technology is gonna be off top of the dome like crazy in the near future. But until you are able to have hyper analysis, that alien technology to jump through the screen and swim in the oceans of Malibu, you shouldn't be looking at the oceans of Malibu. You should be taking your ass, driving down to Malibu and floating in the ocean of Malibu. If you want to do that, like, go ahead and do that. A picture not gonna get you anywhere. You know what a picture does? It keeps you sitting where you're at, looking at the picture. You're looking at the picture, thinking that you were in the picture. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Like, get on the wave. Learn how to discipline yourself and learn how to use social media instead of being controlled by social media. Like, jeez. I look at my generation and it's like, bro, I feel like an old head in my generation. Like, seriously. So get out there, yo. Understand your life. Be yourself. Be free. Eat an organic vegan barbecue chip. I'm on my vegan journey. Still understanding this stuff. But hey, I could read. So it says organic and there's it's 100% organic. So go get some organic barbecue chips and enjoy life out here. With your boy Soci, yeah. So, well, I want to say boy, kind of like a multi-dimensional light being. At the end of the day, that's the core of who I am. So scratch what I just said. Get a organic vegan barbecue chip and chill out here with your fellow multi-dimensional light being associate. So come over and grab a chair. I'm out, y'all. Peace. Well, I'm in peace. But see you later. Peace.